Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to come back and work on the area where the Dvi and Vga port are. So let me open up my reference image here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can see here I've got my Vga port right here and my Dvi for my monitors, things like that. So I'm going to look at that real quick, and you can see it's got quite a bit of detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to approach this in two parts. First, we're going to work on the base geometry, which is this hole with the little screws and things. We're going to get that done. Once that's done, then we're going to work on creating these individual ports another time, probably in the next video. Just so we approach this in a two-part process, and it makes it easier for our mind, or at least for my brain, that's how I work, to be able to get this done. So I'm going to come here to my image. Now I do have a big polygon right here ready to go, so that's pretty good. That's a start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to, let me see what I'm going to do here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the knife tool. I'm going to make a cut right through the middle of that Vga port, and I'm going to make a cut right through the middle of the other one. So now I've got this edge and this edge right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bevel those, increase the distance so you get the width. See that hole? See the dark area that represents the hole in the image? A little bit hard to see because it's very pixelated, but if you try pretty hard, it's not too hard to miss it. It's right there. Just go ahead and bevel that to get that width right there. And what I'm going to do next is, at least for this one over here, the Vga port, which is smaller, I'm going to do a subdivide even with 3 subdivisions. That'll create this new polygon. I'm just going to scale this one up to match up with the reference image a little bit better. So basically we have this polygon that goes from the top there to the bottom here, and this polygon which goes from the top there to the bottom down here. Now these polygons are a pretty good starting point. If I look at my reference image, what we have is a big kind of squarish or rectangular hole, and then right here is kind of this arc type of shape, a half circle, that's also part of the hole, and that's what I'm trying to achieve right now. So to do that, what I'm going to do is probably take these two edges here and these two edges here, and I'm going to subdivide evenly, give this an extra subdivision like that. So now I have a polygon in the middle for both of them. And now if I scale them out like this, that's not going to work out. What I need to do is switch to local mode and also take COG off. And now you can see that they each kind of independently scale, but at the same rate, which makes it easier to work. So I'm going to scale them about right there. Probably these 3 polygons right here, and these 3 polygons right there. So the big one in the middle and then the 2 little thin ones on the sides. And let me actually do this one at a time. So I'll work on the Vga port first. And actually, to make this more accurate in terms of mathematics and geometry, I'm going to take all these edges instead, and I'm going to subdivide that evenly a couple of times to make a couple of subdivisions. And I'm going to take these new polygons in the middle, switch back to global mode and turn on COG. I'm going to scale that up to about that much. Now I'm going to take these guys over here. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So I'm going to subdivide that evenly, make about 3 subdivisions. Take these new polygons that are in the middle, scale them up like this. Okay. So now that I have this kind of shape here, these polygons here and these polygons here, I can go ahead and I can actually make my little kind of hole piece. So let me go to the camera view so it's easier to work on this. What I'm going to do here is take these polygons plus this one and this one, take these polygons plus this one and this one, and it's pretty easy at this point. I'm just going to hit Control D to extrude, push this in just a little bit like this. Okay, that's going to work out pretty well. Maybe I'll push it in just a little bit more so it makes it a little bit easier to work here, just for the moment. And what I'm going to do now is I need to make those round arch type of shapes up here. So I'm going to take these edges that are in the top corners, and then the ones here on the bottom, and then I'm going to bevel those. I'm going to bevel this a good amount. I'm going to give this a distance of something like 4, and then give this a good amount of rounding. Like 7 looks pretty good. So there we go. So we have that nice arch kind of shape to it. I'm going to go back to polygon mode and take these polygons and bring them back forward a bit because they shouldn't be that far back. At least not for now. Alright, so I've got that pretty much done right there. So basically the foundation or the starting piece for the VGA ports is done. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to end this video. And in the next one, we're going to go ahead and actually build the Dvi port and the VGA port. We're going to see how to get that done.